Hi everybody, it's Miss Jackie. Happy Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday. And Miss Jackie is in Red Bank at one of her favorite places. I am at Sickles. Not the one in Little Silver with the park. The one in Red Bank doesn't have a park, but there's a beautiful outside area with picnic tables. And I got a cup of coffee and I've got some chicken for tonight. So I'm going to read my book here today. 2 books today. So the first book, sorry about that, The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. One morning, old Mrs. Rabbit said, "I'm going to the bakery to buy brown bread and currant buns. You may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor." Oh my goodness. Miss Jackie forgot about that part, sorry. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First he ate some lettuce and some beans, and then he ate some radishes. On his way to find some parsley, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor jumped up and ran after Peter, shouting, "Stop, thief!" Peter was very frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. Unfortunately, Peter ran into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large brass buttons on his jacket. Peter gave himself up for lost, but his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows who flew to him in great excitement and begged him to try to free himself. So the birds were trying to help him. Just as Mr. McGregor came up with a big pot which he intended to pop on top of Peter, Peter wriggled out of his jacket, leaving it behind him. He rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a watering can. It would have been a good thing to hide in if it had not had so much water in it. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hidden underneath the flower pot. He began to turn them over one by one. Suddenly, Peter sneezed. Ka-choo! Mr. McGregor was after him in no time. Peter jumped out of a window. Fortunately, the window was too small for Mr. McGregor. Then Peter ran away from the tool shed all around the garden. At last, he found the garden gate. He slipped underneath and was safe once more in the woods outside. I am sorry to say that Peter did not feel very well that evening. His mother put him to bed and gave him a dose of chamomile tea. 1 tablespoon to be taken at bedtime. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. See, he doesn't feel good. That's why you have to listen to your mommy and your daddy. So he had quite an adventure. Here's our second book. This is a favorite, Richard Scarry's I Am a Bunny. This is an oldie but goodie. This is nice on a rainy, cozy day, but today's beautiful. I am a bunny. My name is Nicholas. I live in a hollow tree. In the spring, I like to pick flowers. I chase the butterflies and the butterflies chase me. In the summer, I like to lie in the sun and watch the birds. And I like to watch the frogs in the pond. When it rains, I keep dry under a toadstool. I blow the dandelion seeds into the air. In the fall, I like to watch the leaves falling from the trees. I watch the animals getting ready for the winter. And when winter comes, I watch the snow falling from the sky. Then I curl up in my hollow tree and dream about spring. There's that book and that book. 2 for Tuesday. Happy spring. It feels beautiful today. I am enjoying my spring break staycation. I'll be back to read to you tomorrow. I hope you have a great day.